Our story continues with our three heroes embarking on their wonderful journey into the swamp bog deadly zone where there are alien creatures that fell from the sky.
Really wonderful.
You know, a casual Sunday.
Yeah.
I've just decided it's Sunday, apparently, even though it's actually Friday.
And
Who did this to me? Okay, so basically, we are at the edge of the town. You're about to cross over the threshold of the wall. This is the prime moment for you to tell me what your hero pose / exant fancy exit looks like.
Who wants first?
I feel like mine is not any different than the way I walked into the head detective office. I just kind of stroll out like, yep, okay, here we go.
Clatter of bones.
Jangle, yes. There's even more jangling now because my trusty battle rattle is over my shoulder at this point.
Oh my god, that's right. You have a battle rattle.
I
All
love
of our
it.
stealth
I don't
plans
even know what that
fucked.
is. Hold on, I need to look that up. Somebody else describe what they're doing while I look that up.
I'm gonna try to find a good
Socks, you want it?
Honestly, before you, brother, hell no. I want to see how you crash this bus before I get into the fucking weeds.
All right. So Earnestine pulls out his thick, long pipe. It kind of looks like a combination of a bong and like a hookah. You know, like the actual pipette part of it.
Yeah.
And he starts swinging his butt like the bare necessities, just kind of like a slow jive as he pulls out a giant honk of some indeterminable substance and slams it into the reservoir of the pipe. And then fire starts magically spewing out of the pipe as a giant cloud starts forming around his very round and Fozzie Bear-like face.
Aw.
Fozzie
so
Bear.
Cute and so high.
Hi, yeah, hi. Hi is the term.
I've never said that word once.
Well,
No,
I just did.
You said every other word but that one.
You've described it in great detail without saying what it was.
I have plausible deniability about this.
I mean, what am I talking about? Ernestine's not high. No high.
No.
No, there's no high here. Only bi.
No, he's just describing drug paraphernalia while sounding like he's on drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just level. He's just
Yeah.
level.
What about you, Czar?
Czar's just kind of taking the scene in right now. He's not really sure where the fuck he is or why he's with these guys. Admittedly, the bone chick seems pretty chill. But, you know, like, he's got to go through a forest to track down a monster with a guy who doesn't look like he knows what day of the week it is, and a doctor carrying a rattle.
Speaking of that rattle,
Yeah, you're feeling the same way Shiva was feeling.
Yeah, like every life choice I've made up to this point has been a huge mistake because it put me here.
I did find an image that conveys a similar rough idea.
Share. I looked it up.
It is in rolled dice.
Here I go.
But
Oh my lord.
in Bonesi's case, it's definitely more club-shaped. Like, and its scale is more along
I need you to give a description for the listener so they can picture it in their mind's eye.
Sure. So, the battle rattle that Bonesi has over her shoulder is club-like and baseball bat-like in its use, shape, size. But the end is definitely bulbous and has a very audible shaka when it is shaken.
And I love that in this picture that you sent, it's made out of a bone.
Yes, or a branch or something.
It
Bonesi's
looks
is definitely
kind of like
more,
a bone.
It does.
It's like a morning star and a maraca wrapped up into one.
Yes. Or like, I think it's called a dead blow hammer. In the case of the dead blow hammer, though, the pellets inside the head are supposed to, like, deliver a less impactful blow. This is supposed to be like a 1-2 punch. And I'm going to say, because it's magical fantasy swampland, it works. So.
Oh, yeah. Your weapons do whatever you desire of them, as long as what you desire is 2 damage. And lots of flavor text.
Love it. When it comes to range, though, I'm going to have to throw rocks, because I've got no idea.
Excellent. So we see the silhouette of you guys as you exit the village out into the swamp. Do you guys want a guide? Do you want me to give you an NPC to guide you?
No.
That's what Zara was for.
That's my job.
Can we reserve the request for later if we get totally plumb effed up the butt, as you may figuratively say?
No. This is your chance to have a guide.
All right, cool.
There's no way that somebody would just randomly show up.
I have full confidence in Zara's abilities to navigate us through these darkened waters.
All right. Me too. I've just decided.
So you guys sort of you just start your trek. Shiva waves goodbye, says, "Good luck, don't die, and bring us back the heart of whatever it is that's wreaking havoc on our village and creating all these monsters."
Bonzi is giggling to herself. One, because she's already died, so, whatever, no big deal. And two, what if this thing doesn't have a heart? Weird space monster anatomy can get kind of wild. I guess we're just gonna have to look for some kind of ventricular shaper. She's like musing this kind of.
Shiva goes, "Fair, you're right, I don't know if it has a heart."
We'll bring something back. It'll be fun. It'll be fine. It'll be like a game. You'll get to guess if it's a stomach, a heart, or whatever.
Please just bring back news that my village is safe and can enjoy the harvest. That's really what I want.
Bonzi, I'm turning down your metaphorical volume for a second. Yeah, what about compensation?
Right. You're asking me this as you're already starting to leave. As mentioned in your contract, you will receive some. There's not money in this game, but you will get, quote unquote money. It's just not like an actual exchange, and perhaps a magical artifact that we.
There's no like resource or money stat. It's just magical items. Really.
It's like you trade objects, and the way that I do it is you trade objects like of importance. So like something that's super important to you can be traded for something that's super important to somebody else. So like for her, this action that you're doing is really important to her. So they're going to give you an object that is really important to the village. And the three of you trek off, sloshing through the mud and guck of the bog.
It sounds great. It smells great. I don't even have a nose and I can tell it smells great.
And as we follow you and you're just making your way, pushing, so at first there's like a little bit more civilization. You make your way through these kind of, they're like bog farmlands, right? They're like areas where there's farmers out in groups kind of harvesting like strange plants. And you can see like they'll reach down, they're wearing like massive rubber suits and they'll reach deep down into the water and pull out like soggy fruits and vegetables that are all manner of shapes and sizes. I mean, these things are like imports, right? Like these are known fruits and vegetables and things like bizarre accoutrements that are traded all throughout the realm.
Mm-hmm.
And so you kind of trek through the farmlands and then you make it, the further you get, the less people you see until finally it's just the three of you guys. Stomp, stomp, slushing through the muddy waters. At which point you're following the map. You said you wanted to first go check out the spot of the girls' attack.
Yes, the most recent attack.
Yeah, so there is one place marked on the map between, like a direct shot between where you were and where you have to be that is marked as a danger zone.
Okay. Do we want to just go straight through it?
What's the alternative?
Well, we'd go around. It would take longer.
How dark is it? How late in the day, rather?
You do know that to get to the, I think I said this, to get to the big spot, it's about a day's journey, just going straight.
I am going to use an ability.
Okay.
Earnestine squats into the swamp and he goes, "Ring-a-ding-ding, show me the thing." And my brief poem will entreat a bunch of plants to produce a harmless effect by moving or growing slightly. In this case, I want them to grow in the direction of like the pathing through to the next clearing.
Awesome. Okay. So you want them to kind of like clear the area a little bit for you?
Yeah. So it's easier for us to traverse.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Hold on. What's that ability called again?
It is called Command Nature.
All right. I'm just
Sorry
going
about
to double check.
Oh god, it demands you whisper a rhyming couplet.
That's why I said ring a ding ding, show me the thing.
Oh my god.
You brief poem. Yeah, so do you want to kind of like describe to me what it looks like as you manipulate the earthy vines and swampy plants?
So Ernestine crouches down and he's got like ginger orangutan style like fur. Like whatever
Love it.
this is, it's not a human being. It's kind of like it's too tall to be a dwarf, but it's stocky to kind of like, yeah, it's some kind of like fur dwarf thing. He's like braided the top, I guess, of his hair into like these long, thick, not really dreadlocks, but just like these clusters of hair that just kind of flub over his face. And he like crouches down into the bog and he like makes these gesturing hands. And they're like thick, meaty fingers kind of like gesticulating from the bottom of the swamp upwards towards his really hairy face.
Gotcha. So you shove your hand down through the water and you can feel the magic emanating out of your hand, kind of twisting, connecting, like in Avatar when they like swamp connect, kind of.
See, you told me to think Avatar, so I did.
I did.
I've never seen Avatar.
Okay, well,
Oh,
it's like this magic, like if you looked at nature, the system of a body, kind of, and like you see the veins that connect all the plants, basically.
Radical.
Yeah, you do that, and slowly the plants kind of move out of the way, which allow you, and as you're stepping through, you can see like it allows you to kind of control some of these plants and as you're looking closer, you can see there's sort of almost like radioactivity on them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them you can tell when you extend out, the magic is harder, right? There's like almost a little bit of resistance. It still works, but there's something unnatural kind of pushing against you. But you do manage to part this nice path for the group of you.
I gesticulate to Czar to do his pathing.
Yeah, I guess it's just another day in the swamp for me right now. We're just marching through.
Awesome. So the three of you kind of march single file in this sort of narrow path that Ernestine is creating. When you hear in the brush just like a weird suctioning sound of splashing footsteps. What do you do?
I'm going to make a motion for the group to kind of like chill for a minute.
All right.
I'm going to grab my bow and I'm going to sneak into the overgrowth and check it the fuck out.
That sounds like a roll.
Yeah, probably
The
is.
first one of the game.
All right. How do you want me to do this? Do you want me to actually roll a d20 or do you want me to use the thing?
Whatever
or.
you guys prefer.
Yeah, I made a channel for it, Socks.
Yeah, I know you did.
You don't have to add anything to it. This is just a fate roll because you're not using one of your abilities. So it's just like basically this roll is just to determine like do the fates align.
Okay, well, I succeeded. That's
What
fun.
did you roll?
A 17.
Excellent. So you creep through kind of pushing the cattails a little bit out of your way as you kind of shimmy between them in expert lizard form. Do you want to kind of describe to me what it looks like as you're very much in your element, kind of stalking through this swamp area?
No, I think you were pretty on the money there. Kind of deliberately not stepping on anything too loud, being very quiet, sort of trying to keep my nose above the surface of whatever I'm creeping through, whether it be foliage or I honestly don't know what we're kind of around right now. If it's just like farmland or whatever.
It's thick foliage and vines and things coming from above and below. So it's
Yeah.
very, very thick.
I'm also trying to keep my nose tuned for anything that smells slightly foreign or animal.
So you
'Cause,
do
you know-
smell something foreign.
Nice.
Just in time to kind of duck under the water so that just your eyes are poking out. You can see this strange gelatinous being emerge from the mud. It doesn't have a source. It's just this glob of mud but it doesn't smell like mud, like the mud that you know, because this is your home, right? Like you know what every smell is.
Yeah, I assume around here.
It doesn't smell like your mud.
That's bad.
What do you do?
Well, I mean, what you'd really want is to go back and get the others. But then, I'm a reckless son of a bitch. So I might just start this party up without them.
I will say, since you rolled high on your like looking stealthily around, you do see after you watch the first kind of like dark, almost blackish brown creature ooze through some of the weeds, and as it oozes over them, like they just crinkle, and just when it comes off, they're just completely sapped of life.
Does it look very similar to what happened to the body in the other one?
It has some similarities. Based on what Bonzi described, there was various things that had happened to that body. And it bears some similarity, but if more than that, the mud looks like it has some kind of similarity to what she was describing. Like if you look closely at the mud itself, you can see like it almost looks charred and there's like weird waves of radioactive energy rolling off of it.
Okay.
And then 2 more come out of the swamp too. I should have mentioned that earlier. There are 2 more slowly rise up as well.
All right. Well, 1 against 3 is not brilliant odds. I guess I'll go get the others at that point. That sucks.
Yeah, sorry. So
It's fine.
you creep slowly back to the group and you whisper to them what you've seen. And what do the 3 of you do? You can hear now that you're aware of it, you can hear this weird, like, sucking, slushing sound.
Sounds brilliant.
I guess I pull out my longbow and proceed to volley fire once I see. I guess you can't really volley fire with an English longbow.
Volley fire into the undergrowth?
Well, if I see the thing, I shoot the thing, is the logic.
Yeah.
Would it make sense to try and see and shoot the thing
Special
together?
thanks to our logo designer, Sierra
Yes.
Twazen, to Toys and Things in Danvers, Massachusetts,
Yes.
Reaper
Quiet,
Miniatures,
a
and
quiet
Mongoose
suggestion
Publishing.
from Bonzi in the
If
back.
you enjoy the show,
Actual-
help the
actual
podcast grow.
talk.
Give us a follow on Twitter at
Not
Lords
even-
Broken.
Yeah,
Join the
you know,
community
just-
Discord.
You know,
and
just
maybe
spitballing
consider
here.
offering
What
a
if
small
we
tribute to the
don't
old
try
ones
to kill
on our
it one-on-one?
Ko-Fi. All these
As
links and more
in-
can be found in
Maybe
our link
we
tree
should do
at
this as a group.
linktr.ee
Yes, I
/
like
the
this.
Broken
It's a
Lords.
thought.
Thank you. What would you guys pull out your bows already? You're making me feel real awkward.
I've had mine out since. Oh my god.
I wasn't paying attention. I saw
know.
her talking. So you guys,
know.
John.
I know. You're smoking. It's fine. Listen,
You
I
guys
just
having
wanna
this
make-
whole conversation out loud, or are you being quiet?
just want to make it home at the end of the
I
day.
feel like this is the team huddle,
Yeah.
like whisper.
Okay, you're good. You're good then.
Yeah.
I don't want to die today.
Good aspirations, that.